Marbles, a childhood toy for millions of people, are actually created from millions of tons of industrial waste. Instead of being buried forever, sharp glass fragments and broken bottles are collected and given a spectacular new life. Through a rigorously controlled closed-loop industrial process where heat, movement, and time are precisely regulated, these discarded materials gradually lose their identity as waste and transform into perfectly round glass marbles. In this video, we take you behind the scenes of a modern glass marble manufacturing factory, revealing what truly happens inside and tracing the complete journey from industrial waste to finished marble. Marbles are the clearest proof of rebirth. They are made from recycled glass, a unique material that can be regenerated indefinitely without any loss of quality. Few would expect that behind these small spheres lies a discrete industrial empire, generating nearly $300 million in global revenue every year, with production concentrated mainly in China, India, Mexico, and several long-established factories across Europe and the United States. To sustain this flow, a large factory must melt around 4 tons of glass per day. From this process, billions of marbles are produced annually, reflecting the scale and operational intensity of a recycling industry running continuously across the globe. The journey of a single marble begins in what appears to be piles of worthless waste. Glass water bottles, beer bottles, and food jars do not disappear after the end of their useful life. Instead, they quietly enter an entirely new cycle of existence. In many countries, people return them to automatic bottle return machines located in supermarkets, gas stations, or residential areas. There, every bottle passes through scanning systems and optical sensors that identify its material, color, and suitability for recycling. In just a few seconds, the machine confirms whether the bottle is valid and refunds the user a small amount of money, encouraging responsible collection behavior. From these collection points, industrial trucks operate continuously, transporting thousands and sometimes tens of thousands of bottles per trip to recycling facilities. What once looked like ordinary trash now becomes a stream of raw material in motion, steadily flowing toward a new industrial life. As soon as the glass arrives at the factory, the cleaning line is activated immediately. Industrial vibrating conveyors begin shaking vigorously, removing dirt, sand, and dust clinging to the surface of the bottles and jars. Then, workers carry out a direct visual inspection, quickly removing any remaining paper, labels, or plastic by hand. At the same time, high-powered magnetic systems operate continuously, extracting metal caps and even the smallest metal fragments still mixed with the glass. This step is absolutely critical because even a tiny amount of metal entering the furnace can cause severe damage to the melting system. At this stage, the glass must reach an almost perfectly clean condition. After being thoroughly cleaned, the glass is fed directly into industrial hammer crushers. The once intact bottles and jars fall into the crushing chamber, where they repeatedly collide with high-speed rotating steel hammers. In just a few seconds, they are completely shattered, transforming into millions of sharp, sparkling fragments known as cullet. Cullet is the ideal form of glass for recycling production lines. Because it has already been melted once before, cullet melts much faster than raw materials and can reduce energy consumption during the melting process by up to around 40%. At this point, the waste has officially transformed into industrial raw material, ready to re-enter the manufacturing cycle. After crushing, the cullet is sent into an automated optical sorting system. The glass fragments fall onto high-speed conveyor belts and pass through rows of laser sensors and industrial cameras. The system continuously scans every piece to identify its color and detect any unsuitable material. Brown glass, green glass, and even contaminants such as ceramics are instantly recognized. Compressed air jets are then triggered, precisely blowing each fragment into a separate channel. This process operates non-stop at speeds of tens of thousands of pieces per minute, ensuring that the cullet is sorted by color with extreme precision. After sorting, the cullet is transported by feed conveyors and discharged into the industrial mixing system. Here, silica sand, soda ash, and limestone are accurately weighed and then introduced into large industrial mixers. Mixing paddles rotate continuously, blending the materials uniformly, and ensuring that every piece of cullet is evenly coated with the other components. Depending on the type of marbles the factory intends to produce, transparent, colored, solid, or lightweight, the proportions of each ingredient are carefully adjusted. Even a slight change in the mixture can affect the hardness, clarity, and forming behavior of the glass. After mixing, the glass batch is continuously fed into large industrial furnaces. These systems operate 24 hours a day without any interruption. Each glass batch generally weighs around 40 kilograms and is loaded into the furnace at regular intervals, on average once every 20 minutes. The temperature inside the furnace is constantly maintained at around 1,100 degrees Celsius, hotter than volcanic lava. Workers must wear fire-resistant suits and thick protective gloves because the heat in the surrounding area, approaching 1,650 degrees, is almost unbearable. Inside the furnace, the solid particles gradually soften, bond together, and transition into a completely molten glass state. At the base of the furnace, the molten glass flows through an opening in a steady and controlled stream. Gravity pulls the glowing liquid directly downward toward the cutting mechanism positioned underneath. Here, two mechanical blades move back and forth at extremely high speed, continuously lubricated to cleanly slice the molten stream into individual droplets. The size of each droplet is determined by the balance between the glass flow rate and the opening and closing speed of the cutting blades. Under standard operating conditions, this system produces around 4 marbles per second, or nearly 240 marbles per minute. Each droplet measures approximately 1.7 centimeters in diameter. Immediately after leaving the cutting unit, the hot glass droplets are guided into a continuously rotating spiral shaft system. These shafts are precisely synchronized in speed and spacing, forcing each droplet to roll and spin constantly as it moves along the line. Under the combined effect of gravity and rotational movement, the softened glass redistributes evenly in all directions and gradually forms a perfect sphere. This continuous rotation prevents flat surfaces from forming while the glass is still soft. It also keeps the marbles separated from one another, preventing collisions and stopping them from sticking to the shaft surfaces. The spiral shafts measure around 1.5 meters long, providing enough time for the glass to cool, stabilize, and lock in its spherical shape. The spacing between the shafts is adjusted with great precision to control the final size of each marble. Thanks to this exact mechanical balance, the production line can operate non-stop, achieving an output exceeding 1 million marbles per day. Coloring and pattern creation are then performed while the glass is still hot and highly formable. Metallic oxides are introduced directly into the furnace or fed through special ports near the outlet, where the molten glass flows steadily. At this moment, skilled operators control both the position and quantity of colored glass being added, allowing it to melt and form distinct streams of color inside the base glass. For special product lines, artisans may intervene directly in the rolling shaft area. Fine glass frit is sprinkled onto the moving marbles, or heated colored glass rods, known as glass canes, are carefully touched to the molten flow to create effects such as cat's eye patterns or swirling streaks. Because the colors do not fully blend together, every marble develops its own unique pattern, making no two marbles exactly identical. After leaving the forming rollers, the marbles are still extremely hot. They are guided through a chute and fall directly into 250-liter steel drums thick enough to withstand the high temperatures. Inside these drums, the marbles are left untouched and allowed to cool naturally for around 24 hours, giving the heat time to escape slowly and preventing thermal shock inside the material. Once the marbles have cooled sufficiently and reach the required level of stability, workers unload them into wheelbarrows and transport them directly to the packaging preparation area. There, each batch is shoveled and poured directly into pre-positioned bags using quick and decisive movements, yet always carefully controlled. Each bag is then placed on a scale to verify its weight. Workers immediately adjust the quantity of marbles until it meets the specified standard. Once the correct weight is reached, the bag opening is straightened and fed into a sewing machine, which seals it securely to prevent shifting during transportation. The finished bags are then stacked neatly inside the warehouse, arranged in orderly rows and prepared for shipment. Alongside fully automated machinery, marbles with special patterns are still made entirely by hand by skilled artisans. After the glass has been completely melted inside the furnace, the artisan uses a long metal rod and dips it directly into the molten mass to gather a controlled quantity of glass. The artisan allows it to cool slightly for a few seconds, then dips it back into the furnace to coat it with another layer of molten glass. This process is repeated several times to increase both the size and structural stability of the piece. Once the desired amount of glass has accumulated, the molten mass is rolled evenly across a flat metal surface. While the glass core is still hot and malleable, the artisan begins creating the internal patterns. Colored glass rods or small fragments of glitter-containing glass are prepared in advance on a metal plate that has been heated into a molten state. The glass core is rolled directly over these materials, allowing the colors and decorative elements to adhere to its surface. The entire piece is then returned to the furnace so the colored layers can fully melt and fuse with the core. After that, the artisan applies an additional outer layer of transparent glass, sealing the patterns inside and permanently locking the design within the glass body. The patterned glass mass is attached to a round disc-shaped tool at the end of a metal rod. The artisan then slowly and steadily pulls the glass to a length of around 5 meters. During this stretching process, the internal patterns are elongated throughout the length of the glass, forming a thin glass rod, with the design continuously running through its core. The glass rod is placed onto a wooden surface, where the temperature rapidly drops, and the material begins to harden. After a few minutes, once it becomes sufficiently rigid, the artisan uses pliers to break it into short segments. Each segment contains a complete portion of the original pattern, ready to be used as a decorative element inside individual marbles. After being cut, the glass segments are reheated using a direct flame. The artisan wears protective glasses and concentrates the heat on the patterned section. When the glass reaches the proper level of softness, the artisan gently twists the segment by hand. This cycle of heating and twisting is repeated several times to precisely control the internal shape of the pattern. After the pattern has been fully twisted and formed, the glass segment is placed into a mold to shape it into a sphere. The rod connecting it to the glass cane is reheated and cut with pliers, after which the surface receives a final heating so it can naturally round itself out. The marble is then transferred into an annealing furnace, where it slowly cools for several hours. Marbles are not created by chance. They are the result of an industrial system operating with near-perfect precision. Temperature is kept stable, speed is calculated in advance, and every movement is repeated millions of times without deviation. The production line operates continuously without pause, and only when every single link moves in perfect synchronization can glass become a uniform, reliable, and consistent finished product. And that is how factories produce up to 1 million marbles per day. And now that you know this entire process, let me ask you a disturbing question. What is more shocking? Seeing waste become perfect, or realizing just how much waste we produce? Leave your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed this documentary, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell so you never miss any of our content.